Karen Barlow from the Canberra Times. Thank you for your address, Mr Keating. I was just wondering what you thought of the post-truth world we're in at the moment, the post-truth miasma, particularly when it comes to diplomacy, and particularly on AUKUS. You were straight off the bat highly critical of Labor's response to the AUKUS deal. I was wondering if that had been allayed in any way in recent times.
No. Both the parties have lost their way in respect of Australian foreign policy. This is the fact of the matter. You know, the Labor Party had the chance when the government said they're going to take 20 months to think about the submarine, that is, whether or not it was an option to go for a nuclear, an American or British nuclear submarine. Labor Party was completely in a position of saying we are not, necessarily against nuclear power, but we have at least 20 months to think about what are the right options here. Now, you can see already in just a month or less how questions are now coming to the fore about the value of any choice in respect to Virginia-class submarines, I mean, instead of that, Labor gets a briefing, one night, and by 11 o'clock the next morning, they're in the cart, They've taken a position, certainly Penny Wong's taken a position, there shouldn't be an ounce of daylight between her and the Liberal Party, that is Julia Bishop and Maurice Payne. Now, that way you end up with a reasonably quiet political life. You have no big disputes because you're glued up onto the government, but you make no national progress. Here's the Labor Party used to be able to lay out a proud history of engagement with Asia, and including China. You never hear about it. It's just gone past. It's now sort of debate trickery goes on. So, the reason I'm on this program, I mean, I didn't rush back here 26 years later. I was not rushing back. I'm here to say that the parties, in respect of their current policies, are fundamentally not up to it, both of them. That is the Coalition and the Labor Party, And the Australian people are entitled to know that China is not going to try and rip up the system. China is not going to be attacking people. It doesn't take contiguous states, We can have a civil relationship with them even though we disagree on a range of other issues, And that if we have to witness the appalling event of our Prime Minister turning up in Cornwall, of all places, where Captain Cook and Arthur Phillip left 250 years earlier, that says all about the relevance of the political parties currently.